Hello, welcome back. My name remains Leonard Eze, and on this short video, I will be sharing on us. I'll be answering a question a prospect asked about the merits and demerits of he put it enterprise ventures and limited. Now, he's picking that because he's not an expert. He doesn't have much knowledge about CAC because in CAC we only talk about business name and company. Now, that's why I've narrowed it to business name and company. Now, what do you mean by business name? We'll look at the merits and demerits under this heading: legal entity, cost of registration and startup, liability, growth potential, ease of credit access, tax identification number, and regulation standard. Now, when you look at the legal entity, now under the Kama Act, when a company is registered, it becomes a legal entity. It becomes a legal body or a corporate body separate from the owners. But in business name, it doesn't enjoy this legal personality. So the business name and the business name and the proprietor or partners, they are the same. Now, when anything happens to the business, it affects the owner. But in company, it doesn't affect the directors, the shareholders, so they only stand to lose what they've invested in this company. Now, the cost of registration, the business name is cheaper, and even the startup, to start up some business name, let's take a look at in pharmacy. For you to own a pharmacy, it must be a limited company. The list is private company. It cannot be a business name. For patent medicine store, you can register them as a business name. So you see that the cost of registration and startup to register a patent medicine is cheaper, and then the startup is even cheaper when you compare it to pharmacy. Now we'll look at the liability as I've already talked about it. Now for business name, if the business gets a loan and the loan becomes bad, it cannot repay it, the owners of the loan can come after the property, the assets of the owner. So you see that the owner and the company are the same. But for company or the limited, they only stand to lose what they've invested in this company. Growth potential, it is easier for company to get loans, to get investors into their business than business name, one man business, or business name in general. Now, the ease of credit access, as I've already said, it is easier for company to get credit facilities because they are well structured. We have a lot of board of directors. They are well structured. Now, the tax identification number, when you register a business name, it doesn't come with tax identification number. You can pay to get that, or you visit the FIRS office of your state where the business is domiciled to apply for it. But for company, when you register a company, the certificate comes with the tax identification number. Now, board regulation standard, I've talked about it in the cost of registration, like some companies or some enterprise, some entities that are controlled, they can be a minimum standard. Now, I've used patent medicine and pharmacy. Now, patent medicine, they are all regulated by the Pharmacy Council of Nigeria. Now, the board regulates that, okay, for patent medicine, the minimum is business name. For pharmacy, limited. So, under this, you know how to make a good choice of what you want to register. But for small businesses that are starting up, you can start with business name and it can be upgraded, which is covered in my course, which is conversion of business name to company. So this with this, I think I've been able to explain what the merits and demerits of business name and company, as the person that asked the question put it, enterprise ventures. Now, you can only understand this when you go through CAC, because CAC, you have business name, you have company. So I'm able to streamline what they are And now, the business name, it can either be sole proprietor, it can be partnership, business name partnership. Now, in business name, there's no defined ownership. Like in company, you have this one has 50% shares, this one has 40% share. There's no share in business name, but in company there are. So company, you have directors and shareholders. In business name, you have proprietor, you have partners. Then the registration number, the business name start with BN, and then the company start with the RC. That's why I've used BN and then RC. So with this little, I think I've been able to address what a little bit or on this merit and demerit of business name. Once again, thank you for watching.